enjoy the different view. I'm sure the weather isn't better, but mostly the people from Toronto have brought that.
Ano sa Wagon, dito sa cranberry plantation. Because they're harvesting the flowers.
We're going to talk to you about cranberries as we go around. But today we have driving is my father Harry. We can't be out too long because I got to get him back for his medication. So anyway, talking about cranberries. The Johnsons have been farming cranberries here for about 70 plus years. So cranberries only grow in a very unique soil. It's high acidic peat type soil, and that's what we have here. Just by, you folks from Toronto, did you leave Toronto this morning?
Yeah.
Do they still have the hockey team, or what happened? I haven't heard. Just checking. But they do have the Raptors. So anyway, the cranberry, if you open it up, you'll find 4 little air chambers in it. So we use those air chambers in the cranberry to float the berry at harvest time. So the only time cranberries are in water is when we're harvesting. They grow in dry ground. It's a high acidic Ontario now. The cranberry market has been very low, and we wouldn't survive if we didn't have our winery and our tourism and those kinds of things. So you'll see cranberries out making wine. It's a little more intensive, that whole process. This bog here now on your right, we've already harvested it. So all the berries are out of there and the water's gone. So that's what the farm looks like most of the year. Again, for you Toronto folks, I don't know whether you're in the Distillery District in the last couple of years, but you may have seen this monster up here in the corner. We now call that the Ballabog Monster. But I got a horn here, Harry. Harry?
Excuse me, sir.
Hi, good to see ya.
Oh, you're in the way, sir.
I'm afraid to do that because somebody jumped into the farm and we're on a tractor, so the road gets a little bumpy. So anyway, we're just in the middle of the harvest. When the cranberry's growing in the spring, it has a pretty little flower on it that to the indigenous people looked like the head of a crane, so they called it the cranberry. And then when they were texting to the early settlers, it got called the cranberry. So there you go. We bring in bees. We need bees in the spring to pollinate the flowers. So the first year we just left the bees out around the bog, and then we come into work one morning and all the beehives were broken into. So guess what? The bears found them. Bears like honey. So they got into the beehive. So then we got smart and he put the beehives in behind these electric fences here. And that worked good for a while until the bears learned how to do boxes there. When you put the bees in behind the fence, how do the bees get out? So I didn't want to tell her that bees could fly. I told her to Google it. So there you go. So going down the middle of the bog, you'll see some pipes sticking up. Those are our irrigation. This bog has just been flooded a day ago, so it's totally dry up till yesterday. We flooded again when we're going into harvest, and we're just starting to harvest in here now. So the irrigation pipes we used on, what's today? Saturday, Friday morning we had threat of frost, so we run the irrigation, and that protects the berries from freezing. So now that they're underwater, we don't have to worry about it. They'll only be underwater for a couple days. If you leave them much longer, then they get soggy and they're not terribly useful. So when we go through, we harvest as much as we can with the equipment that's called the Getzinger Retracto Tooth Picker. So that gets all our fresh fruit off. It goes into the bog, it gently rakes the berries off the vines, and then we take them up to milling. When we got all the berries off with that Getzinger equipment, then we go through with the equipment that is called the beater, and that beats the remaining berries off. So those berries are still good for juice and jam, but not good for fresh fruit. When you buy a bag of cranberries, you might be surprised to find white berries in there. The white berries are no problem. When you cook them, they turn red. When you put them in the freezer, they turn red. It's just that the color hasn't come out on them yet. The other thing we noticed that years ago, people wouldn't buy the white berries. So then we started making cranberry wine. Well, how many of you into wine tasting? So if I shut up, we can get there quicker, you're thinking. So when you do the wine, you'll sample, we bought the white cranberry wine. You'll sample about 5 different wines. When you've had 3 or 4, and if I'm not handsome yet, then ask for more to drink. So there you go. You see the water coming down here from the falls? This water we use to float the bog. The only time cranberries are in water is at harvest time. So something's happening out here. So anyway, these bogs are all flooded. We'll go in here probably tomorrow and clean up the bog and get all the berries we can out of here and then drain the water. It stays like that until winter. So once we've got all the fruit off, we get the water off, and then the bog stays like winter with no water. Want ice to form on top of the plant. When ice forms, then the frost goes down into the roots, so the plants go into dormancy for the winter and stay like that. When snow comes and we get a fair amount of snow here, we have to plow the snow off the ice because the snow is an insulator and we want the frost to go down into the roots. So this is what we finished with this bog here. All the berries pretty well are out of there and the water is gone. So the other thing we do in winter, you may have noticed up in the parking lot we have a Zamboni. Put out the tiki torches. So somebody told me, boy, that's really romantic. I didn't find romance, I did, but to make sure you call us first to find out the condition of the egg. So then people want to know, what do we do with cranberries, okay? We're all familiar with cranberries with turkey dinner, etc. Cranberry sauce. We make jams and marmalade and chutneys and those kinds of things. But most often people want to know about cranberry juice. They've heard that it's very healthy. I was in the supermarket, so there you go. I found out something else about cranberry juice. When you go to the store, try to get pure cranberry juice. A lot of times it has other things in it like apple or grapes, so it's not bad for you. But if you want to get the real health benefit, get pure cranberry juice. I buy a fair amount of it. I drink it 1 to 5 with water and put a little sweetener in it. It's really quite a nice drink. But But I found help, I understand that. But if you drink cranberry juice all winter and you come back next year and you look younger, we'll give you a free bottle of juice. So there you go. I'll be the judge of whether you're younger or not. So anyway, we have a lot of things going on the farm. We have a lot of wildlife. We have bear, we have deer, we have moose. We got along the edges, you'll often see turtles and frogs. And so things are happening here every day. Over top of the cars there, that little bit of a hill, that's our blueberry hill. So we're farming blueberries up there. And then in the spring, we also do maple trees. So last year we capped 220 maple trees. So there's always stuff going on. We had snowshoeing, we have hiking trails. So there's just really a lot of neat activities to be involved with. So it's really, I'm only here for the harvest time, but I come up a lot because I just live a couple miles. We'll go in for the wine tasting. So the wine tasting takes place at that white tent in the middle of the farm. Behind the tent you can get cranberry honey, and then cranberry sausage is over to the tent on the right. And then go into the store, and there's all sorts of cranberry products there. And then
Yes, thanks for lunch here. Oh, it's just gonna keep going? Hati
Folks,
tayo.
please get on the
Sige.
front.
we like it in the front because the sound system's a little better.
So that's the end of the tour.
还有一个是还有一个
We're going
去了。
And we're gonna try the cranberry
sausage.
sausage.